In 2024, I went from being flat broke and have never made a penny online to doing 20K months, traveling the world, and networking with some of the world's biggest entrepreneurs. On this journey, I helped dozens of beginner entrepreneurs make their first dollars online. And the reason I'm saying this isn't to flex, but because I've proven to myself that it's possible to change your life in a few months of hard work, providing you're in the right vehicle. And now I want to give back and help people who are where I was 12 months ago so they can do the exact same thing. Making 10K a month this year is possible, and no, I'm not going to suggest you start dropshipping an SMMA or expect AI to somehow make the money for you. If you're serious about taking control of your life in 2025, this video will outline a simple roadmap that you can get started on today to start your journey to your first 10K month in the right vehicle. Okay, so the first step is to find a skill, and this is how I got started. A couple of years ago, I got into video editing. So find a skill, something that you're interested in, something that's a passion, an interest that you already have, or something that you know is sellable in the market. Right? For me, it was just like, hey, what can I charge money for? Video editing. And it was very easy to get into. So maybe a passion, maybe an interest, maybe you're already interested in something, or you're good at something already. The first thing you want to do, first step you want to do to be able to make your first $10,000 a month or be on that path is to generate some sort or learn some sort of skill, right? So again, it can be anything. Recommendations, like obviously I'm going to be more biased towards the business side of things, like things that directly correlate to making money, right? So you can charge like copywriting, sales, marketing, email marketing. I would personally recommend you go down this path of finding a skill that is directly attributed to making money. Sales, right? That's my big one that I push on this channel as well. So you can learn this skill anywhere. It's not actually that hard to learn these things. I guarantee it. A lot of people are putting out very high value, very high quality courses, free programs around all of the skills I just mentioned: video editing, copywriting, sales. I've got a free sales masterclass on this channel, which goes fully into how to learn sales. So there's endless options in terms of where you can find this information and where you can learn it. YouTube videos, free masterclasses, or even just paid programs, right? Especially with platforms like School, you can get in on a monthly subscription to these kind of courses that teach you these skills, and for a low barrier to entry of like $100, it's a no-brainer. So you can kind of go in and you can just, the first 30 days or the next 2 weeks, you want to just be learning a skill and perfecting some sort of skill. Again, recommendations, video editing, copywriting, sales, marketing, anything that leads to directly being able to help businesses or people make more money, right? Because if you can help someone make more money, then you can charge more money. Obviously, look, you don't have to go down that path. There are other skills, such as like tennis or like some sort of passion skill, of something that you enjoy doing. You can also make money from that. It's just a little bit harder. So after you've acquired the skill and you've got good at it, you want to give away some free value. And I've created like a little document here to show you guys, right? We've got skill acquisition, free value offering, and then a high ticket offer. And we'll get to that in a moment. But the next step isn't to just start charging for the skill straight away, because everyone kind of does that. They instantly start charging. They're trying to do outreach, run ads, and just like the trend is like social media marketing, right? Where you learn some sort of advertising skill and then you instantly start outreaching and trying to sell it to people. That's not what I'm recommending here. So what I'm recommending here is create free content about the skill you just learned. So you want to create free content about this instead of just, trying to pitch your services straight away to people. You want to create content about the skill you've just acquired and the skill you're currently practicing. And again, if you want to practice the skill, then offer to do it for free. You don't necessarily need to start charging people straight away. There will be people, if you reach out to 20, 30 people and you say, hey, I'm willing to do this for you for free, then you'll get some people saying yes, and you can practice the skill if it's like something tough like copywriting or sales. And you want to create content around that. So you want to leverage you learning this new skill and start making some free content and posting it. I'd recommend YouTube. And give away what people are used to paying for. So maybe even you've bought a paid program to learn one of these skills, like say video editing. And now you've got really good at video editing. You spent 30 days perfecting it, or 60 days even, however long it takes. Now you're making free content on YouTube teaching something that you just learned in a paid program. So I'm not saying you obviously copy the content or you rip it off and you just teach that, but you develop a skill from either buying or watching free stuff. Then you practice, and then you teach it, or not only teach it, but you just create content about it on YouTube or Instagram or TikTok, whatever you want to use. I'd obviously recommend YouTube, right? So if you give something away that people are used to paying for, you will build trust, you will provide value, and you will build goodwill with an audience, right? And that's ultimately what we're trying to get to here. Yeah, top tip, I've put it down here. Buy a paid thing, teach it for free on YouTube. There we go. Perfect, right? So that's a guaranteed way to build trust, build goodwill. You can also take this one step further and create like a free group, course, or like an email list, basically. So you can have like a free lead magnet that leads to an email capture. So you can make, hey, this is my top 7 video editing tip guide, whatever. If you want access to it, you can just put in your email and you can start collecting an email list. Do calls for free, give value for free. Also, I didn't really touch on this too much. You want to, like, if you want to take this one step further, you can create like a community around this skill. And again, you're teaching it for free. You're not looking to monetize right now. So you're just building trust, providing value to an avatar, to an audience of people, because you've gone away and you've learned a skill, you've perfected a skill, and now you're teaching it because you're wanting to build a lot of trust and a lot of goodwill with a certain audience. And that's what we're going to get to how you monetize that in just a moment. Do calls for free. So let's say, for example, this is what I recommend. This is obviously what we teach in our program, but creating like a free community, creating a free course, creating a free platform, like on a platform where you can invite them in for free. They come together, they network, they learn the skill. You can even do, like I'm writing here, Q&A calls and free one-on-one calls, and just give value for free. So this is going to ultimately lead to monetization, but at the moment we're just trying to build trust. Don't gatekeep. Don't be like, hey, I'm gonna save this for my paid offer. Give it all away for free, because that's gonna be the leverage that you can use to eventually sell a high ticket offer, which is the next step. So just to summarize this, we're creating some sort of we're providing value, we're making content on YouTube, we're driving them to a free group, course, or an email list where we're gonna again give it all away for free, everything we've just learned. You do calls for free, you do one-on-one calls for free, you do Q&A calls inside of the course or the community for free, and you're giving it all away, and you're not gatekeeping anything, right? And that leads to this. So after you've done that for like 30 days, so say there's like 30 days learning a skill and perfecting it and getting decently enough at a skill that you can start teaching it, or maybe 60 days, depends on the skill. Then we're going to spend 20 to 30 days, whatever, building up, or at least 30 days, building up a free offer or free value add where you're creating content 2 to 3 times a week on YouTube. You've got a free program or a free course or free community that you're now driving traffic to. And again, you're giving everything away for free in there. You're doing Q&A calls, you're networking and meeting and speaking to everyone that joins, and you're really trying to help them get results. That's the main thing, is you're helping them with whatever skill it is. Let's use sales as an example, right? If I had a free sales community, I'd be in there every single day doing Q&A calls, doing role play calls, giving away everything I know for free, which I already do, and helping people get results. Because on the back end, this is what you would do, right? If you've just built a bunch of trust and you've provided a bunch of value and built a bunch of goodwill with an avatar, with an audience, they are more likely to want more help because they now trust you. There's always going to be a section of person or a type of customer that just wants to pay for more help. And the best way to kind of root that customer out is to give them everything for free that they're normally used to paying for. And this is obviously what we talk about in this stage here.
So the next step is a high ticket offer. And you want to create, because you've just built a bunch of goodwill, provided a bunch of value to all of these free members or your audience, right? That you're giving away everything to for free. There's always this type of customer that just wants to pay to get results faster or get more support. And the way you drag that out of people is by, again, just giving them value first. So you want to create a paid offer for this person for these people who do want more help and more support, right? And most of the time, a higher ticket offer just means more support, more one-on-one, more time from you. So you've just given away, right, a course or like a program or like content around a certain topic, but now you can help them with the implementation. So you can almost view it as this is like you're giving the information for free. Maybe you're doing the occasional group call or Q&A call, but in the high ticket offer, instead of it just being the information, you're helping them implement it. So it's done with that. Okay, so you want to create a high ticket kind of paid offer for this kind of avatar that does want more help, more support, this type of customer, right? And you've just kind of built up a bunch of value and trust with them already inside of step 2. So now the people who do want more support, which won't be everyone, a lot of people will just take the free stuff and be really happy with it and be able to get results. But there's always going to be, if you get 500 people in a free group or watching free stuff or getting a free lead magnet, there's going to be 2 or 3 or 5 even that do want some extra help and extra support. And if your free stuff's good enough, they'll trust you enough to pay for the paid stuff, right? And then creating a higher ticket offer or a paid offer, it's pretty simple. Like in general, it's going to be, here you have like the information you're giving away, like a course or a program or just create content around a certain thing. But in the higher ticket, you're just helping them with implementation. So you're helping them with done with you, basically services. You're giving them more access, more support, more help, right? So first step is to, again, that's when creating the offer, you just want to basically position it as you're going to help them with either more one-on-one time, more and done with you. So you'll create things for them, depending on the offer, right? So say it's a copywriter, you'll write emails for them, whatever it is, right? And so again, that's the just general basics of creating a high ticket offer, is just offering them more access, more support, and helping them get to a desired outcome faster, because they still have a desired outcome when you're creating this free offer. But then creating the pay offer, you're just helping them get there quicker and with less stress. So first thing is to do it for free. If you're really struggling, do it for free for testimonials. That's the first option. And then the second option is to have a no-brainer guarantee. So have a crazy no-brainer guarantee. So you can honestly, when you're first getting started, I used to do this with my agency, is like, hey, it's $2,000 a month. And if you don't get results in 30 days, we'll refund you. So no matter what, if you just don't make that money back in 30 days, we'll refund you. And you can do this, and you might have to refund people. Like, that's just like, right? You might not be able to get the results, but you're going to learn. And a lot of the time, honestly, I've had this, say, for example, month 1, you start working with someone, or you give them a high ticket offer, and they don't necessarily get the dream outcome that you promise, but you've been worked really hard on it. Like I've said here, over deliver. You've worked really hard. You've been really, you've had a lot of communication. You've been very transparent about everything, and you've helped them get, maybe, say it was the same example, $1,000 in the first month. Well, they're more than likely to compromise and keep working with you and not just expect a refund straight away. Like, I've had it where we made like $1,500, and it was like, coming together really well, because it took a couple of weeks to get going. And they was like, you know what, like, I'll pay you $1,000 for the next month, and let's just keep it going, because this did show signs that it was starting to work. So as long as you're like transparent and you're genuinely trying to help people, you're likely, even if you have this no-brainer guarantee, they're not always just going to refund on you if you don't hit the exact number. So that's the first option, is to do it for free. Second option is to have a really crazy guarantee. I'd rather this option, but it's better to get paid. Over deliver like crazy. And like I said at the start, people are always going to want more help. If you get 500 people into this step, the next step is always going to, as long as your free stuff is good, that's the key, right? As long as your free stuff is good, people will always want more help getting to that dream outcome that you promised. So say it's, hey, I want to get to 10K a month with sales. This is my kind of channel as an example. I've given away everything for free. Then someone's like, I don't have any offers, but if I did, it was like, hey, I want to get to 10K a month with sales. The only difference between the free stuff and the paid stuff is that in the paid stuff, I'm going to be giving them more help, more support, and then it's more likely, their perceived likelihood of achievement for the dream outcome is higher, because they're getting more support one-on-one from me, rather than just going through the free ticket. And another thing with high tickets also does really good for accountability. Like, people won't watch or won't give free stuff or free content as much attention as if they just paid $2,000, even if it's the same stuff. So people want to pay for a high ticket offer, because it also makes them more likely to do the work. So as long as you position it correctly, you're giving away free value, you can create a really compelling high ticket offer with more support, more access, and more help, and you'll be able to sell that to the people who do need it. Use content to follow to free value, to a free value offering, and use that for follow the high ticket. That just makes sense, right? So you're using your free YouTube or your free Instagram content to follow to a free value ad, which is a lead magnet. I recommend doing like a school community or some sort of community, right, where you can just drive traffic straight to that group, and then you have their email, you have them inside a group, and they can network and meet like-minded people, but they can also start watching your content, and then use that to follow to high ticket. So there will be people that just stand out inside of their groups, or that's why groups are so good. People are like super active, or people are contributing to the Q&A calls, and this is, again, something that I've seen a lot in what we do. But the people who do need more help will end up being super active and being like a valuable part of the community. And then you can just reach out to them and be like, hey, like, nobody's just super active, love the support. Hey, do you want to jump on a quick call? Like, when I'd love to be able to help you out with X goal a little bit more. I mean, you can jump on a call and see if working together with a high ticket offer is a good fit. And if you're just getting started and looking to make your first dollars with this stuff, like, you can do a crazy offer. You can be like, hey, look, I've got 500 people in my free group. I'm doing this thing right now, where I want to help. I want to give 5 people a lot of attention to help achieve the goal. And you've been really active in here. You've been, on every Q&A call and providing value to this community. So, like, for these 5 people, I have 3 slots taken already, but there's 2 slots left for this month. And it's $1,000, but for the, I want to offer it to you for $500, and you get a call with me every week. It's accountability. It's done with you help, and you get an hour a week with me one-on-one to kind of help you achieve your goals. That's a no-brainer. You do that to 10 people, one or 2 people are going to say yes. And this is what I mean by run the numbers. Like, it just becomes unrealistic. You don't succeed with this thing. If you're able to get, and I can try and do some shapes here, right? You're posting 2 YouTube videos a week, and they're getting 200 views each. So it's 400 views a week. This is really low, by the way. Which means you're getting 10% of those people to go over to, maybe that's it, 20 people, 5% of those people, 20 people per week to go to a free community, right? So over the next month, you're getting close to maybe 100 people in a free group. All right? And then you reach out to every single one of those 100 people after providing value, building trust. What's the likelihood you don't convert one person at like $1,000? This is obviously a terrible diagram, but you get my point. We're getting low views, low conversion, 100 people, but what's the odds you don't get 1 in 100? And if this isn't like enough, then maybe you're getting 1,000 views, or maybe you do 3 videos a week, and one video blows up and gets like 5,000 views, and then you get 300 people join the community. And what's the odds that you don't close 2 of those at $2,000, right? So it just becomes a numbers game at the end of the day. If you're getting enough people if you're getting enough, posting enough content to generate enough eyeballs, to convert to a free lead magnet, which converts to a high ticket offer if you're doing it correctly. And the way to do it correctly is simply just to provide really good stuff, offer free one-on-one calls, and just be transparent and say, hey, look, like, you're super active, you're super serious, I can tell. For that reason, I wanted to offer you this. You don't have to do it, but we're doing something crazy right now before I launch some pay thing where I want to bring 5 people under my wing for the next month to really help them achieve the goal. I'll do it 50% off. How does that sound? And if you don't like it, like, again, you can go back to this no-brainer offer. If you don't like it or you don't get results, I'll fully refund you the $1,000, or I'll fully refund you the $2,000. How does that sound? You're portraying it out? Boom. So to clarify this super quickly, you acquire a skill, you find something valuable, video editing, copywriting, sales, something that you enjoy. You create content and provide value to an audience and to other people that are also interested in it. On YouTube is what I recommend, but you can also do it by other platforms. You create some sort of community or some sort of platform, like school or WAP or whatever you want to use. I'd recommend school, honestly. Drive them to a free community, get them into a group of people, and then offer the serious and motivate people a high-ticket offer with a no-brainer, a guarantee, and a no-brainer offer where you help them get the result faster. That's my steps, right? That's a step to acquire 1 to 2 to 3 clients every single month at $1,000 to $2,000 each, and very quickly you can scale it to 10K a month. So cool. If that was helpful, if you're looking for a skill to learn, I dropped a free sales masterclass on this channel like a week ago, so feel free to check that out. It's the pinned video on my channel. It's 2.5 hours, completely free, everything I know about sales, and I'll help you get kickstarted in 2025 if you're looking to make your first $10,000. Cool.